Do. Hello, hello, internet people. I love that saying. Let's see here. Chat rules. Please be over the age of 17 and please be kind to one another. As in always. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, world. Hello, world out there at large. Coloring friends. Oops, I guess I should probably turn my copy on. Hello, hello, everybody. And welcome, welcome. And let me pop out my chat and stick it over here on this side where it belongs and make that a normal size. Stick it over there and make that bigger. There we go. Hello, Daryl Lynn, and hello, Tammy, and oh my goodness, hello, everybody. Guess what we're going to do today? Let's see here. My blue light is looking way too blue. See if we can get rid of that. Make me look less dead. Let's see here. Auto white balance. Okay, there we go. And yeah, that'll do for right this very second. Slap that autofocus off for just a second. And hello, Catherine. We're gonna color, exactly. We're gonna continue coloring this picture in this book, which is Colin Thompson's coloring book. And it's 2 p.m. here too. Well, actually, I should say it's 2:14. I am late, but then there's not really anything unusual about that, is there? How is everybody? To those of us here in the United States who are at present in mourning for the loss of our Supreme Court Justice, who was so appreciated, my condolences, and to the rest of the world at large, we'll get this thing sorted out, I promise. It's got to do it one way or the other, right? It has been a week of one thing right after the other. Anybody else just exhausted, feeling, like watching the news between the hurricanes and the fires and the illness and it's like, oh my goodness, I just want to turn it all off and go color something. You're here, but you've got your granddaughter, so you can't stay, but you will try to make it back soon, Kim. Enjoy that child while she is a child. While you have her, do that. I will wait, I promise. Hello, Barb Singer. And hello, Catherine Perez. And I think I said hello to you again, so hi twice. Hello, Risa. Yes, it is. She had just such an incredible life. Of course, everybody is running, all the stuff about her. One of the things that really makes me, she had, her husband was such a supporter of hers and such a champion. And she could then, it freed her up to fight the good fight and be a decent and good human being who actually, thought things through and planned strategies and beat them at their own game, playing by their rules, which is, she never attempted to change the rules. She just applied them to men as well as women, and voila, you had women getting rights that they otherwise might not have gotten. Uh, yeah, that would have been good for me too, Daryl. Actually, I think I might have slept through a lot of this week. And 9, and oh wow, that is an absolutely fantastic age. That's old enough to be smart and helpful and learn and still be so much fun. That's wonderful. Um, Going home today. Oh yes, absolutely. You know, they say that grandchildren are a reward, and I absolutely agree. Even though I don't have any, but I am watching sort of from a distance my sister getting to enjoy hers, and you know they really, oh my gosh, my eldest great nephew is growing up so fast. It's just ridiculous. I think the kid is 8 years old now, 7 years old, something like that. Second grade, I'm pretty sure. Um, Third grade, beats the heck out of me. Um, okay, Corolla, and thank you, by the way. I saw your purchase this morning. Thank you, my dear. Now the proud owner of Flowers, my second book, which was the adult coloring book of flower inspirations or something like that. I've got it right here. It's one of the, it just seems like so long ago. And yeah, hang on, where is it? This was my third book, by the way. This one's Flowers and Flyers, everybody. So, you know, if you haven't seen my work, that's some of it. And these are just ones that we've colored, some of which we've colored, and some of which we haven't. Oh, goodness gracious. It's the oh, wait, there it is. You know it's all the way down at the bottom, right? Flower Inspirations. Oh, this is the one with the yeah, these are, I love these. I loved drawing these because I actually I drew the bloom first, and then I drew the mandala in behind it, which of course meant that when I got here, I had to be very precise because it's not like they're computer pieces. It's not like I put it all on there. I drew them that way. The big ones of these are really pretty. So anyway, yeah. So this is the book that Corolla just bought the PDF of in my Etsy shop. So if you want to see my work, go to my Etsy shop. There's a link in the description below. And hello to everybody who is pouring in. Welcome, welcome. I thought that we would continue coloring in this book, and I will show you some of the stuff that I have done so far. Let me see if I can. Getting a little overall blurry look. Let me see if I can't get that to go away. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Whoa, whoa. How about right about there? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So this, of course, we colored as, I don't know if you can see her or not. There's a little woman in there. There she is. And so I put her in And of course, her wallpaper behind her is blue, and there's like a little bit of yellow where the sun is reflecting off the glass. I had to put the panes back in with white. This we never did figure out. We never did figure out exactly what that is, but I colored it like it was a teddy bear, and then I made the walls behind it orange, just because. And then I added some silver or like pewter colored gel pen. I use those the Color It gel pens, which come in just about every color in the world. And I used one of these grays back here and put in the little bars for the little jail. So whatever's going on in the little jail. And I gave them green eyes and blue eyes. I love the little details. I didn't know what was going on here. And those hands are so tiny. I did the best I could to color those. But in the end, it ended up just being a blob. And I wanted to make the paint on the windows and the door look old. So I sort of thrust it out with some, just some other colors. And then I added a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it or not. I added doorknobs with the end of my gold dual hybrid metallic gel pen. And you can see them better down here. So I added the doorknobs. Whoops, there we go. Doorknobs and hardware. And I ended up coloring that as just sort of a blue something. I couldn't decide what it was. It actually looks like a pop can. So that's what I colored it as a pop can. And but I saw somebody had written in the comments of last week's midweek video, which was this building here, to please finish this one. Finish the book and or finish the page. And so I thought that I would go ahead and do that. I would just make that a thing until we finish it, if that's okay with all of you. Because the other option is, of course, I could choose to color in Kirby Roseanne's, or I could color something of my own. What do you guys want to see? You want me to continue to work on this? But I'd just give you that little update, though. And see. Or are you all just settling in somewhere and all of that? I must be frozen because I can see nothing moving. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody wants to know anything. Trying to gulp down coffee. Okay. So, hello, Dee Dee. And you love watching the story. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, we've got an interesting story going on in this next building here. So we know we've got our stuff going on. And then this building over here, or this side thing, I just colored that yellow light in the glass. And then I made it match this building over here because I wanted to leave this as a nice clean line, even though it's coming off of this building over here. Now this building, I want to go again. Once again, I want to go back to sort of a gray, but I want this one to be more of, whereas this has a hint of lavender, I want this one to be just trying to think of, this would be plaster back here, because this is like it was added on. And whereas this is a brick building, this one is a plaster building as opposed to stone. And I'm just trying to think of what colors the plaster was. And then I realized that I can make it any color that I want. So if I wanted to make it a blue gray, which I think I might want to make it a blue gray, I can do that. And so that is what I thought that I would do. And so a blue gray is, in this particular case, I don't really have to think too hard on it, because a blue gray is what Payne's gray actually is. So I'm going to try the Payne's gray by itself and see how it does. And if it's not what I want exactly, then I can try, maybe adding a little bit of blue. Now, of course, when I do these experiments, I always pick the most prominent spot, right? I can't possibly pick a small out of the way spot. It's got to be, front and center type thing. So let me zoom down here. Okay. And, well, hello, Elizabeth E. And I am so glad. Yeah. Dee Dee, this is so cool. Now, I don't know that you can actually find this book anymore. It is out of print the last time I looked. There are supposedly copies of it that that somebody hoarded, that you can get in a shop on Etsy. And if you look in the live stream that occurred when I showed this book, Shara put in a link, but I don't know exactly where the thing is. But as Robin just mentioned, there is a special edition of the Coloring Heaven magazine out right now, and as supplies last, that have some of these drawings in them. I don't know that it has this one in particular. Robin, do you know if it does? But there is a very cool special edition that Coloring Heaven. And here in the United States, I don't know if you're in the U.S., Dee Dee, but it's $15.99, and that includes the postage. So it's really not that, it's a pretty good deal, because I think there's 40 drawings. I'm pretty sure there's 40 drawings in a, you found, I didn't realize that Michael's had it. Now, do they carry the month? I know they carry the monthly. Do they also have the special editions, Elizabeth? And if so, that is so cool. So I thought that I would try this Payne's Gray and see if it's going to be too dark. I think it might be too dark for what I want. But I did find out that this paper acts really nicely as far as letting you sort of wash some of the ink out and around. Because normally Inkten sinks in so fast that it's impossible to, hello Heather, and hello, let's see, all the, hi Robin, by the way, and hello Heather, and to anybody who has come in that I have missed, please, hello. And of course, Inktense does not bleed through on good paper. So you don't really have that to worry about unless you really soak your paper. I think I'm going to like that. That's kind of the look I want. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on. And I'm going to remember that I don't need to be quite that heavy with it as I was. And I'm really only coloring the shadowed portions of this because then the rest of it will carry down. But I want to, I just want to test that theory a little bit. Like that. And now, yeah, so you seem to get a little bit extra time with doing this on this paper. Yeah, I pull off just a little bit. So there's just, you've all seen me do it. I'm constantly discovering new ways to work with inkjets and new stuff that it will do. And let me see if I can get you down a little bit better. Okay. And then I started looking at, because I'm still intimidated as heck by coloring in the Kirby Roseannes. It isn't, and this time I'm starting by wetting the parts that are not, you can oftentimes get it to spread a little more smoothly into areas if you pre-wet them. Once Inktense is dry, of course, you can't lift it off, but it looks like you can manipulate it pretty well on this paper. And so how's everybody doing? They really are, Heather. And I mean, I was, like I said, I was just thrilled when Shara said that she had I think she's gotten rid of it now, but she had an extra copy of the Coloring Heaven that she was going to send to me of the special edition. And when the package arrived, she said, "You were so excited I sent you the entire book." She had 2 copies of it. So I thought that was really sweet, since because I'd even written to the publisher to see if I could find, if maybe there was a copy hanging around in a back room somewhere, and never heard anything back. So it was nice. She is a very sweet woman. That is for absolute certain. She is, she is, but she like so many others has just fought a really good fight with, recovering from a stroke. I don't know how many stroke patients you guys know, but it's they don't all do as well as Shara has done. So, and to only be in your 40s and have that happen, I don't know where you. I'm sure, Shara, if you're listening, please know how much I admire you. And do it. You just ordered the Treasury 2 today. Yay, Tara Lynn. Yes, I am one. Let me tell you what, Treasury 2 is so much, sorry, Treasury 2 was more popular than Treasury 1, because I believe when we did Treasury 1, we let everybody in. When we did Treasury 2, we got a little more, we juried the art a little better. Let's just say that. And I mean, Treasury 1 was wonderful as well. And I am lucky enough to be in both. And I was on this, I don't know, the committee, I guess, certainly that created Treasury 1 and 2, actually. That was really led by Jason Hamilton. That whole effort. Without him, none of those books would exist. Oh my goodness, Heather. It is really giving you a hard time, isn't it? Mine was doing that yesterday. Well, actually, excuse me. Since I am online at such weird times, because I sleep in sort of erratic patterns, and right now it's, we're having weather changes and all kinds of weird stuff. So I will just suddenly get exhausted and need to lay down, wake up 7 hours later. 2 hours later, I need a nap. So then I go have a nap for another 4 hours. Then I wake up and I'm up for, 20 hours. So you did. Oh, good. Okay, Robin. Do you want to put a link in? Can you put a link in? Make you a temporary mod. Will you put a link in? Is what I want to say. And if so, I will make you a temporary mod. All you need to do is say yay or nay. Okay. Just gonna watch there. Okay. See, and you don't need very much pigment either. That's just it. I'm just, just using a tiny, tiny bit of pigment, and it's just really going an awfully long way. And I'm just adding it in where I think that shadows would be. So I'm going to wet this lighter part. And come down like that. Okay, I love it. Yeah, I love that little mottled effect. So it was wonderful to see Sammy back this week after the big remodel. And boy, her living room looks great. Okay. Hang on. Make sure that I have you. Make sure I have the right Robin. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Robin, you should be able to add that link now. And thank you, Donna. And hi, Donna. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dee Dee. I love my ink tints, and it does feel like I'm, like I've sort of become the ink tints queen. But I do use my other mediums as well, and I do keep promising that I will use, because I got these beautiful pan pastels. Thank you, Robin. I've got these beautiful pan pastels, and I keep threatening to use them. And so I was thinking about doing that today. And then I decided, well, I am really just loving this. And I know that there are folks that, they look at a book like this with all these, millions of tiny little details, and it's intimidating. My eyesight gets strained um, because, of course, in addition to trying, I do play a fair amount of, like uh, video games where I'm in a guild and people count on me to be there and things that I always tell you guys about. Uh, um, so right now I play this game called Hidden Mystery, or Seeker's Notes Hidden Mystery, which I have. It's they're sort of hidden object games, but there are every month there's a team exercise, or every couple of weeks. Um, where you could actually spend quite a few hours, uh, playing and building team points and stuff like that. So, yeah, literally one window at a time. And and so I might have done that on Friday night, which blew out my vision for Saturday. So I was I was not doing too good on Saturday. I couldn't do anything. I was at Sammy's and I could barely see the screen. Except for, Robin, thank you. Thank you so much for that super chat. What a very kind thing to do. Um, oh, thank you. But I guess the main thing is that I don't want, I don't want any of us to be intimidated by these books. We buy them and, we think, we see other people color in them. And yet when we go to, take it out thinking that this will be what we'll color today, and then we don't know what to color. Or it isn't that we don't know what to color, we don't know quite how to color it. And that happens to me all the time. All the time. That's why I haven't colored in Garby. I'm like, I haven't got a clue. I don't even know where to start. And so then I'll see somebody coloring in it, and that will inspire me. And and then like I was so inspired to start one of those big, beautiful angel fish type things. And thank you for those links, Robin. That's thank you for putting those in. And so yeah. I don't remember where I was. uh, well, hi, Nichols. How are you? It's so good to see you. I never know if I should out you as being Kathy or not. Hey, Bug, go away. You're not allowed here. Oh, my goodness. I am back in long sleeves. How about that? It is, I can't believe I'm back in long sleeves. I'm hoping that this is just sort of a weird anomaly for this week and not some, you know, indicator that we're just going to have a long, long winter. But it has gotten so chilly. I realized I was sitting here in my shorts and my flip-flops yesterday with the windows all wide open because the minute that it cools down, I got to have, whoops, sorry. You don't mind if I hit you, do you? I've got to have fresh air. As soon as I can, I throw the windows open. So it's been nice to have this respite, but then I forget to close them at night. And so I wake up and the house is like, 52 degrees. I'm like, wow. And I'm freezing. Yeah, I like this. I'm liking this a lot. Hello, Louise. It is so lovely to see you. And once again, boy, I hope this is in focus. Once again, like I said, my vision is a little bit blown, so I can't really tell if it is. I can see it fine, but yeah, it looks like it's okay. If I squint, I can see it on the screen. And it looks like it's okay. So has anybody seen those glasses that the bug, go away, there's a fly of some sort, one of those little gnat type things. Those glasses that they're advertising right now in ads that have, they're like adjustable. They have this like screw on the side that you can adjust the vision on. I want to try those. Okay, so that's the Posh Paper Lady. She's premiering in 30 minutes. Too bad. I won't be there, Sherry. That's the name of the Posh Paper Lady. Felting. Oh, the witch. Oh, you guys, if you haven't seen Heather's Witch, it is so cool. It is so, so very cool. Okay. She felted she does needle felting, and she felted this very, very cool witch for Halloween. Now there is a string here, and that runs. It's the binding between the pages, and it is white thread. And this particular page is a full folio page. So if I wanted to, I could actually pop it out of the book. But the problem, because it's one, it's actually one piece. You can see that, right? The problem, of course, would be that I'd half of this image on the back and half of this image on the back, and I'd lose the rest of it. So, oh, you are welcome, Heather. My goodness, that is such a talent, because I've seen how that's done, and you actually you have to apply skill to that. That's a whole lot more than just, than just whatever. You're actually turning a ball of fluff into a thing, a real thing. And I think it's really cool to watch. And I guess it works on the same theory as felting wool. Well, it is. I mean wool. But when I knit or crochet, and then you watch it, and it depends upon what you're trying to make, and it basically turns into felt because the fibers, that's how the fibers act. Very cool. Oh, Daryl Lynn, you got to go watch them. You got to watch needle felting. Just Google it. Just Google it. I don't know. Heather, do you ever do videos about felting? Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Thank you so very much. And I'm very glad that you are here. You dropped by to say that. Hugs, hugs. Have a good week. And you do? Okay. All right. Well, in that case, then, Daryl Lynn, go to Color and Felt Heather right there, and subscribe to her channel and look at her felting videos because she is so good at it. And she just did. If you follow her on Instagram, you can see the very cool. I don't. Do I have it or not? Let me see. Let me see. Did 5723. Yeah. Oh, I guess we could turn that off now. No. There. On a good day, I know how to make this thing work. Instagram. No, Instagram. Thank you. See if today is one of those days or not. Melinda with her TikTok videos. I swear, she is just addicted to TikTok. Wait, search Heather. Heather, are you Heather? Are you Color and Felt Heather here as well? Color and Felt. Okay. Thank you, my dear. Oh, well, other people can look you up themselves. But we'll Color and Felt. No, it's COLOUR, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, wait. All right, COLOUR. Yes, thank you. Heather and Heather. There it is. There. That's what she just made, guys. She just made this witch. How cool is that? I just love its skinny little legs. Yeah, they did. Look, she's got a staff, and look, she's got all 10 fingers. She's even got. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she's even got her nails are done. Scroll right. Okay. There's the other image. It's just amazing. Huh? Really is beautiful work. I mean, look at. Can we have a full screen, please? Wait. Okay, there it is. I've already done it. Why can't I make it stick out there? I don't know. I can't make it stick. But anyway, there you guys. There is, yeah, it's just amazing. There we go. Don't want that eating up the battery there. All right. IG doesn't enlarge. Oh, hey, Shara. And Were your ears burning, honey? I was talking about you earlier. Okay. So let's get this. All right, so now that boring part is over as far as, whoops, well, almost. See, what do we want to do here? I think we're gonna go ahead and make this also the plaster part. Okay. And that went a whole lot darker than I really wanted it to, but this is sort of a dark corner here. So I think we'll be able to get away with it. And I'm also putting the ink right on. That's why I was talking about the white thread, is I'm actually covering it over with ink. And so that way it will disappear into my book. Okay. So that is a dark, that's sort of a dark shadow over there. Yeah, I waited too long. I can't get that off. And it's the same sort of down here as well. Just a little bit. Don't need an awful lot of pigment. And once again, and I always will say this, the number one mistake that most of us make when we start out using Inktense is we're using way too much pigment. And so you just have to, less is more. You can always add more later. And it's a lesson that I learn every time I use my Inktense, because inevitably will come the time when I will, get a little too ambitious, or I'll be working with a wet, I won't realize that the tip is wet or something along those lines. Because when you are taking, if you take pigment directly off your pencil, which a lot of us do, it leaves it wet just a little bit, and that means that it's just wet ink, and so you can end up with a blotchy spot. So actually, in this particular case, especially if you're using Inktense for something along the lines of concrete, or in this case, sort of plaster, splotchy works for you. So, hello, generic teenager. I love that. I love that name. So no chat, but thought you could. Oh, well, thank you. And did you ever figure out what the character is carrying on his back? No. Now, actually, Shara had sent me. She managed. I don't know what she did. She took a picture with her phone or something, and then managed to blow it way up. And we couldn't figure out what it was, even blown and super, super clear. So, I'm confused, Shara. I'm confused. Geriatric teenager. Oh yeah, you took a picture through a magnifying glass. That's it. Maybe it's his ex-wife. In that case, what, he's taking her to visit his current wife, or he's taking her to visit his next wife, or I know. Wait. It's the barrel that he's going to put her in, and get her out of there, right? And I like that. I like that. Um, yes. Yeah, after all, I mean, maybe she's a queen and this is some sort of a prison, right? And and so yeah, yeah, maybe she's gonna lose her head. Who knows? The thing about it is when it's your book, it's your story. You get to control the story. All right, I promise I'm gonna get through these last bits so that this building is done. Or well, it won't be done because we still have wood to do. And then we've got a lady, and what I think she's got to be wearing a red dress. Although who knows? Could be a different colored dress, maybe a wine colored dress. Now I did put in the rest of the black iron. Excuse me. And I got my my ruler out, and I was very precise about exactly where I put all those little bars and all of that. And I needed to do that because I realized that this guy is carrying a walking stick. So I had to, I had to use that. Maybe it's her dressed up as him. There you go. Could very well be. Uh, anyway, hello, Gary. Oh, did I say hello to Gary? Short-term memory loss. Oh, anyway, how is the new puppy? Gary, how is the new puppy? And I do have to say that I really admire that you guys got right back on the horse. They sadly lost a furry family member, but then we're kind enough to to get a new furry family member to love. So that's exactly the way I was when I lost my sweet kitty, and I immediately, almost immediately, I needed to go adopt Coriander. Let's see. Yes, it took me so long to figure that out. that that sassy cat was you. But I think I finally did. See, this is it. All you guys with your names. This is why I stick with just one name everywhere. So everybody knows it's me. On the other hand, I'm not the one that's on the run. But we won't tell. Oh. All right, let's see here. I am still enjoying the heck out of Beau of the Fifth Column. Guys, it just makes a lot of sense. Just makes a lot of sense. And well, for me, I have to. So, because I got to be easily found. But trust me, the fact that they accidentally misspelled my name when they gave me a telephone, I don't advertise that because that just means that I can't be found. Because anybody with my real name is never going to be able to find it. They're never going to be able to use a lookup because that's not the name. I was like, that's cool. That means I just never have to pay for. I don't have to be unlisted. Okay, Robin. Thank you, honey. And thanks for putting in those links for me. Okay. All right, now. Sorry, so I didn't forget, I just made sure that I just took the moderator thing away so that I didn't forget to do it later. Not that there's anything, no, Robin's a fine moderator. She's very good. Okay. And now, so I've got the willow again, and I've got the, I want the, not the, there. Okay, there's the tan. Is the tan what I want? No, I want the mustard. Oh, you know what I want? What I want is this gold. I want the golden yellow. Okay. You know what? No, I don't. I want to pull this matter. I want to pull the matter in again. Yes, I do. All right. So back from when we did seems like such a long time ago, but it was just earlier this week that I used the madder brown. I'm going to use the madder brown and the gold. Actually, the madder brown and the mustard. Sorry, I'm being so confusing. Going for the madder brown. Actually, I'm going to go with the madder brown and the amber, not the mustard. All right, amber. I'm going to use the amber in the yellow, the lighter parts of this wood, right? And I want it to be, this is an undertone, right? So so I want this wood to always have just a bit of a yellow undertone. It's the same thing that I did down here on this door, and not sharing my knowledge, which I normally do. But I did so much of that, I did it for 5 years, 4 years. Let's see. So there's just a bit of an undertone there. All right, now Once again, I'm not being, I'm not being too fussy with it. Except that I am trying to just tap all of it just a tiny bit. Okay, now, then I just want to just want to use the browns, the matter brown. It's pretty much of a red brown, and I can always brown it back down. You know what I mean? Take it from a red to a brown. And once again, I'm not being too fussy about where it goes. Not adding an awful lot of pigment because I'm going to be able to come back to it and add more as I go. Just trying to follow, some little bit of the guides of where Colin has added darks and lights. I'm adding this red in where it's darkest. And matter brown is the color that I'm working with. And that is a wooden hand. And I want it to have also a gold undertone. So I've got the mustard back in my hand. Here. And let's see here. Okay. Then we're going to add just a little bit of the red down in there. I want it to be a nice, rich color. Okay, down here, here, and here. And there. Excuse me. And there. Yeah, I was thinking it. And then, of course, on top of everything else, on top of all this sort of worry about, I've got friends in California and friends in Oregon, and I have not been able to reach my best friend for days. And I don't know what's going on, and I'm trying really hard to keep it together. Because it's so unusual for me not to be able to reach her. And there is nothing I can do from 2,500 miles away. So, we always all have something going on in our lives, don't we? Yeah, well, I didn't realize until yesterday, Shara, that because I tried to call her 3 days ago, and I didn't hear anything back. And then yesterday I checked social media, and she hasn't posted in almost a week. And that is unusual. And so after I got done beating myself up that it took 4 days for me to notice, I tried really hard to reach her. And I can't get a hold of her. I get nothing but a phone that, now, I mean, anything could happen. She could have broken her phone and is waiting on a new one. She could have lost it, could have been stolen. You know, anything could have be going on. So I'm trying really hard to not panic. But it's really hard. I should not have said anything because now I'm going to cry. You know, we've been friends for 40 years. She's been sick. A couple times. Had some pretty serious operations. Suffers from leukemia. I'm just me, you know, and I know it's going to be something stupid, you know, like she lost her phone or you know, it fell off the truck and they ran over it and so she had to order a new one or but I happen to know she's got computers and all of that. So she'd be able to get online even if she didn't have a phone. Could be that they're on a vacation somewhere, but then it's COVID and she's immune compromised, and I know that wouldn't be going on. So here's the bottom line, everybody. You can talk yourself right into a panic, or you can do the very best you can, especially if it's a situation that you cannot do anything about. You know, there's nothing I can do. Even if I were right there, there'd be nothing I could do about, if something is going on health-wise or anything like that. So all you can do is what you can. And that is pray, hope, and don't panic. Don't get eaten up by anxiety. Don't let, yes, exactly, Kathy. Don't let your imagination run away with you. Because it will. Oh, look, I forgot to do that part in red. Yeah, let's add some up there. Here, take some extra from there and add it up there. And and the mystery will be solved, eventually. I don't mean to sound, casual about it, but the thing, one of the keys to surviving crisis of any kind is to not lose your head. And so I'm going to try and not lose my head. I'd feel much better if I had her husband's cell phone, which I don't. But I will. Trust me. Yes, exactly. It'll probably all be a very, they just couldn't stand the cabin fever, and, they decided to go to their place up in Northern California for a few days to see if it was still there after all the fires. So see, that doesn't that doesn't make sense either. because they wouldn't do that. Uh, but of course, it could be that something has gone wrong with her mother. Her elderly mother lives with her. So, if Ellie is in the hospital or going through some sort of an emergency, that could be where she is. So, could just be that she's mad at me for something, although I can't imagine what that would be. And even if we're mad at each other, we don't cut off communication. That's dumb. That's stuff little kids do. We don't do that. Say, I don't know, maybe one of the wild javelinas ran off with her, coerced her to come live with them out in the woods or out in the desert. She's one of those people that has a magic green thumb. It's just I look at her Facebook posts and like, good God. She's feeding half the town with her greenhouse, growing food. For the senior center. Oh no. Oh no. Look at that. That's okay. That's okay. I made a mistake. It's not the first one that I've ever made. We can get it out of there. So I guess that is really the key. That is really the key. Just don't, try not to lose your head. So I lost it there temporarily, guys. It's just that, when you know somebody, you've been as close as we have for 40 something years. It's actually, let's see, we're 61, both of us. And we met when we were 14. What's that, 46 plus 1? Oh, 14. Yeah, 14. Yeah, 46 plus 1. 61. 46 plus 1. 46 plus 1. 47 years. That's a long time. Jeez Louise. Oh, well, that could possibly be, but there was cell service last week or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, that is another thing. Something could have happened to the cell service. Really, it could be anything. I mean, it could actually be anything. Could actually be anything. But I will probably be on pins and needles until I figure it out. The thing about it is that given that I've left her somewhat frantic messages over the last couple days, I can tell you that she probably has not listened to her messages, and that is That the only time she ever does that is when she goes on vacation. So because she doesn't take her phone. I mean, well, she does, but they don't, and they're very good about she and her husband are very good about being on vacation. They don't actually, they take a vacation from all of it. So the phone will be there for emergency outgoing calls. There'll be plenty of time to take incoming calls later. Yes, exactly, Louise. Exactly. It's like time and distance don't matter. It could be, and it could and has been 3 or 4 years between talking to each other. At certain points in time over the years, uh, and it's as if the conversation occurred yesterday, and we are just simply continuing it. That kind of friend, the one who knows where all the bodies are buried and whose bodies you helped bury. Okay. Let's see here now. Let's go with a little bit. We talk about that a lot. All right. So that I just wanted to get, because I forgot that this is a wood beam right here. So you see that coloring in these books, it's really mind absorbing, I guess. It will definitely, and this is why coloring, of course, works so well for people who suffer pain, because because it is totally absorbing. Hello, Jill. Lovely to see you, my dear. Okay. So this is, I love this hand down here. All right, let's see if I can bring this in. Now, spreading it all over the page. Okay. That will work. Yeah? I love it. All right, so let's just see where we are as far as our little building fitting in. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's add the rest of it. And then, because I want to be able to get to the windows, because the windows are where the fun story is. All right, so let's add some gold to the lighter parts, which are here, and here, here, and here, sort of center. So that's really what I'm doing, is I'm adding just the gold where I think that the light will be hitting the wood. I sound like Jeff Goldblum. One word at a time. There we go. Ooh, wait. There's 3 more. 4 more. There we go. All right. Now I've got the madder brown again. So we will add browns. Even under here, because although that is really gray, it is also, you can see just the outline of the wood. And there. And there. Okay. And here. And here. Oh, how weird. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Shara. It's always good to reconnect with somebody. Yeah, I had my best friend when I was before high school. Because actually what happened is that in high school, because you're what, 13, I think, when you, by the time, or 13, or see, 18 minus 4 is 14. Yes. So it was freshman year of high school. Before we started our freshman year of high school, that summer, my best friend stole a guy that I was interested in. And so, of course, I ditched her. So, and that's how come I was living at my dad's house, because I got, angry with the world. And my mother said, if you don't like it here, go live with your dad. And I said, okay. It was the last time she ever used that threat. Because she never thought I'd take her up on it. But I marched myself right in my room, called my dad, and said, can I come live with you? And yeah, after the adults worked it out, it was okay. I don't know, maybe you can do something with her. I was not the easiest child to raise, trust me. Anyway, but I met Carol my very first day at Buena Park High School. Which was the first day of my sophomore year. Yeah, 14. We were 14. Now, yeah, no. Definitely wasn't my freshman year because I was at RIM in the freshman. So. But I know I was still 14 because both of us were. And we met in choir. We were both in choir. Okay. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I squeezed out my brush a little bit. It was starting to get a little bit dry. should not allow myself to get quiet because then I can think. I can think and color. And that's not a good. Fortunately, I can't think and talk at the same time anymore. Well, that's not really true. But it's easier to do if I'm not also coloring. I actually was just sitting here thinking that I need to go download the Army Survival Guide from Internet Archive. Random thought. I need to read it. Okay. See, I just love the way that Inktense works as far as, you change it from black and white and it's just suddenly living. It's living on the page. This is what I like about when people color my work, my drawings, and it goes from being flat, black and white, which I love. It's pretty, it's a pretty pattern, but when you add color to it, it just brings it to life. Oh, good Lord. I have no idea, Kathy. I have no idea. It's like, what? One more thing. I got to worry about a hurricane now called Teddy. Yeah. Yeah, Darylyn. I fortunately, I studied, enough, but I was listening to, like I say, I watch Bo of the Fifth Column, and he did a live yesterday, I think. But somebody was asking him what survival guide he would put in his go pack because, well, for the first time in my adult life, I actually have a go pack, which is a pack that you would have if you needed to get the hell out of Dodge because of some sort of violence. And I don't, never mind. I don't know what's going to happen after November. So I figure that it's best if I plan and not need to be somewhere else. But I don't want to live in a country where people shoot at each other. I just don't. Not also, but I mean, I also don't want to say that I'm particularly worried about that. I'm not. I just believe in the same way that you prepare for a hurricane, which is to have but no. But I mean, to prepare for a hurricane, like I've got water put aside. I've just for years now, I have a whole bunch of those, kitty litter jugs that I fill with water every year during hurricane season. So you fill them with water, and you just sort of stash them away in a room. And if there is a hurricane and it takes out the water system, at least you've got water to boil on the stove, right? Because it isn't and what happens is that the systems will get overwhelmed, and and they can't, there's no water pressure. Without water pressure, you can't have water. There we go. Yeah, and you've got earthquake kits. Exactly. Every place that has their own go kit. When I lived in the mountains, we had a fire escape kit. A bag. When I lived in the desert, we didn't really need a bag because, I mean, the desert is sort of where you go when everything else is unsafe. So, okay. All right, now we've got our base. Ooh, look. Now we've got our base. So we have, okay, here we're going to have, what colored glass are we going to have? Let's have purple glass. What do you think? You think purple glass? I think purple glass. And so, your cousin is within 20 miles of the fires in California. Which ones? And they have 2 go packs packed in case they have leaf out. Exactly, Jill. I grew up in in Lake Arrowhead, California, and which of course we always had. We had a really big fire season. Let's see, let me back out and go with autofocus. Hello, autofocus. That didn't change a thing, did it? Okay. All right, so this is where we are now. We are going to choose a purple, and I want the mauve. Okay, so that's what I want. That's the dusky purple. The dusky purple would probably be good. Yeah, use the dusky purple. Let's see if we can get it really, really light. Okay. Now, back here. Montreal. Ooh. Canada is just gorgeous. Y'all need more people up there. You want some Americans? Really, Catherine? Far enough to not be in the fire zone. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, a couple years ago, actually more than a couple now, I think, I watched just in absolute horror as fire just burned through the mountain. I mean, it burned right up to my high school. And just left the area around it just absolutely black. Spared the school itself, of course. But that we used to live in absolute terror of that particular scenario right there. All right, now I'm just trying to use the side of the pencil. I don't think I've ever used the dusky purple other than the swatching. So I don't want to, I really wanted to make it light. If I really wanted to ensure that I was making it light, I would take it off of the pencil with a water brush and then wash it out on a plate. So in other words, use a glass plate or something like a palette and make sure that I was adding additional water to it, like a watercolor. And then you can absolutely ensure that you are keeping it very, very light. But I'm pretty, when I'm not guilty of complete inattention, I'm pretty good at controlling the weight of my pencils. So I think I can get a nice purple glass out of that without it being too difficult a task. And this one I want to be purple as well. So just coloring with this, whoops, with the side of it. Looks like this person is inside playing a violin. Oh, way too much, way too much. Okay. I think I caught that in time. Now this is, Inktense doesn't really work this way to where you can blot it, but if you catch it really fast, when it's still sitting on top of the page, you can get off a little bit of it. All right, so I just wanted that to be light. Your cousins have their homes in Lake Arrowhead. They're fine. Good. Okay. Hurricane over fire. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Gail. Hi, Gail, by the way. And I will take hurricane over fire. I prefer earthquakes over hurricanes. The reason is, of course, because the earthquake comes and goes. The hurricane comes and comes and comes, keeps coming and keeps coming, then it goes away, and then it comes again the other way, especially if you get caught in the eye of one. So, and you've got way too much anticipation time. I want that surprising hit. Oh my gosh, what was that? And then it's over. By the time you had a chance to formulate those thoughts again, you're already, at a point where hopefully, hopefully the blah, hopefully the blah. I don't know. I've lost it completely. Where hopefully the panic is over. There you go. All right, now, what happened is I got caught up thinking about these curtains, the curtains in the dress, and they were the curtains in the dress. Okay, so the curtains I want them to be gold. No, the curtains I want them to be. Oh, how about the curtains are Shiraz? No, I don't want that. Oh, well, maybe I do. Okay. So maybe the outside of the curtain right there is, well, yeah. All right. We're going to make the curtain Shiraz. Although I wish that I'd changed that because I want that curtain to be yellow. It's too late now, Christine. Just hush. That curtain cannot be yellow because it is wine red. because I wanted her dress to be this color, but oh well. The best laid plans of mice and men. Okay, so those are the curtains. Now, we need a wall of, okay, we want the back wall to be a nice, I think we really need to pull in the, oh, I know. How about this? How about we go with, no, not that color. I want the fern. The light olive. Now the light olive is too, oh, leaf green. The leaf green might work. Let's see. We want this stuff down here to be the leaf green. Oh, maybe that's, yeah, that'll work. Around here behind her, we want this all to be leaf green as well. All right, now I can make the wallpaper gold. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So I'll make the wallpaper gold. Pardon me while I work this out in my head. All right, the mustard. Okay, so let's make the wallpaper gold around her. Okay. But we need to temper that with just a little bit of something. Maybe a, maybe a carmine pink. We want it to be very, she looks like a very feminine person, so she would probably have a very feminine living room, right? Wait. Wait, what? What's going on? I was gonna say, Jill, are you causing trouble again? Wait, Pollard Pines in El Dorado County. End of El Dorado. Giant 2-year-olds. Temper tantrums are very. Oh, giant 2-year-old. What? I'm so confused. Yes, exactly. Everybody. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So everybody. Okay, good. And no worries. Sorry. So I didn't mean to lose the thread there, guys. Thank you all for being responsible citizens. Okay, so there is whatever that is. We're just adding hints of stuff, right? So there's a hint of some furniture. And then I'm going to hit these sort of pink spots first. And I want those to sort of dry a little bit. And then I will hit the yellow areas or the gold areas around them. And so that is going to maintain sort of the hints of, say, a floral wallpaper behind her. Okay, because that's a woman right there. She's wearing a dress, and now I get to decide what color that dress is. Sorry, it was a bug, and I don't think I killed it, actually. I think I missed it. All right, so you see she's wearing, it looks like a ball gown. There we go. So, what color do I want to make her little ball gown? I'm thinking maybe royal blue. Why not? I completely lost the thread of where all my colors go. Green, purple, there we go. So how about there's a lagoon blue. Yeah, I think we were going to go with the deep blue. Maybe the peacock blue. Let's try the deep blue. Go with the deep blue. Bye, Risa. Have a marvelous week. And thank you so much for being here, as always. That's very, very kind of you. Okay, so here is the blue. Now I'm only coming one way with it. And I'm just adding maybe a little bit of a hint. Okay. Ooh. That is just the perfect color. Okay. Aha. See, just the perfect color against that. Okay. It's just such a tiny little detail, but it just, I think it's so very cool. I don't know if I can actually, if I can get it any bigger than that or not. I don't think I can. Let's see if I can sharpen it up just a tad, though. There we go. All right, so now let's see about, because she needs to have a warmer skin tone, obviously. So let's go with the tan. That's an awfully yellow skin tone. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we want to go the other way. Yeah, I think I want to go with the amber instead of the tan. The amber is a much better choice. That's the mustard. That's the tan. I just hesitate to go any more brown than that. But I could do this. I could. All right. This is a pink dish, but so I don't know that you'd be able to tell anything. But that at least will give me a chance to diffuse that brown out just a little bit. And that's all you need to do to diffuse out your colors, is just run them over something that allows you to add a little water more than is typically in the brush. All right, she's just going to disappear in there. But nonetheless, okay. Now, you're buffering? Okay, and I'm back. Buffering, back, buffering. Okay. So now let's find out where we are. All right. So, this is where we are right now. And I can plainly see that I missed a couple of things. So I need to go back to my Payne's Gray and do that. But I also want to, this whole exercise really was the fact that I really, really, really want to make this purple. So I am going to choose that dusky purple once again. And I am going to, now, before I do anything else, there is some light. And of course, the color that I'm using for light, ooh, do the teapot. Okay. Let's make sure that we're in focus for that. And that's a little better, I think. Okay, so we need some light. Okay. So there's the light coming out. And there is, whoops, where's my dusky purple? Okay, so now I need the little bit of dark around the bottom. I'm going to turn this just a little bit so that I can reach better. Okay. So a little bit of dark around the bottom there. Around the top up there. Then just a tiny bit coming away. I don't want to use too much pigment. And then I'm going to come around here where the shadows are. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And notice I'm just not, I'm not putting hardly any pigment down. That is going to be one of the keys here, I think, to this. Because I just want it to be a very subtle purple. I don't want it to be, in your face purple. Just want it to be a subtle purple. And so, let's see how we do. So I'm going to start by wetting the not purple areas. Okay, then around here. Let it fade. Now I'm going to go in the light and work the light out toward the purple. And then just keep going from there. So that should make it look like the light. Okay. And now, because we're going to be able to twist and tweak this, by adding additional layers of color. And now we can add a, let's see, the door should probably be the same purple. And on this side, it's going to be kind of dark because it's letting light out, right? Now we're going to be able, like I say, we're going to be able to add additional color to it. And I think I may yet do that, but I want to let it dry first. And then this is, it actually looks like a little ghost. I think it's a little ghost. 40 below here, knee deep in snow. And the next day you were in the ocean. Holy mackerel. That's quite a temperature swing. Oh no, she's from Southern California. No, she has never experienced winter. I don't know. Sherry, you were in the Army, so I don't know. Were you ever in a place where it was winter? I'm not quite certain what that is, but look, it's got little hands. So I'm thinking a little ghost. I don't know. I'm not going to color it right away. The ocean beat you up and you loved it. Wow. It does look like a little man looking up, doesn't it? And makes you wonder what he's looking at. Yeah, like looking up at the sky up there somewhere. And I'm not going to color him yet because I haven't decided yet what color I want to make the background. If I want to make it a day sky or a night sky. If it's a night sky, I'll leave him white, so he looks like a little ghost. And if it's a day sky, then I'll make him a color, but I don't know what color yet. Probably green, because I mean, after all, he lives in a teapot. He could be tea man. He could be green tea man. He could be a tea bag. He could easily be a tea bag, right? All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and finish this up with you guys here on stream, and then I should probably call it a stream, considering that I'm considerably over. I am beginning. I don't think that that Joe Beth is coming back on a Steam Man. Yes, exactly. At least I haven't. I certainly haven't seen her. I'll certainly give her back her time if she wants it. But otherwise, I'm gonna eat right into it. Just gonna eat right into it and go from there. All right, I do want to, let's see. This is the side. That's the Posh Paper Lady again. It gives you an idea of who I watch, right? The Posh Paper Lady, Anne, Shara, Sammy, and then my sort of bizarre choices, the Bo and okay. All right, now, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and color a lot of these in if I can. Just for the sake of time. Okay, so this is the red. Is this the red matter? Yeah, this is the madder brown. Okay. All right, now. And here. Yeah, I realize that that's not really spectacular, but it was intended to be the same. It wasn't intended to be, super bright. I wanted to see what that dusky brown pencil or dusky purple pencil would do. And now I know. And so it helps to inform. That was really the first time I'd ever used it. And it helps to inform my future use of it. So let's see here. All right, so I want these to be, I want these shingles to be the same colors, but a little bit lighter as the other wood. So let's start with these here. I just feel like I'm holding my breath till I get through through the edge, through the end of something where you got to be sort of precise on staying in the lines. Must go torment your squidge into his bed. Let the battle commence. Okay. Well, thank you, geriatric teenager, for being here. And hello, Kathy. How are you? Is that a door in the teapot? Yes, it is. It is a door. And in the door, there's a little light. Whoops. Sorry. Let me get whoop. I have to brush my teeth. All right, that's probably about as good as I can get it. But yeah, that's a little door. And there's a little light pouring out of the little door. Yeah, well, I think so. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Wait, now I need to go back to. I don't know if I can do autofocus. Can I do autofocus on this? Well, autofocus, please. No, it says you are too close. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. So, do that. Base. And then we've got our slightly lighter, hopefully, shingles. Of course, they would be lighter. Now, a lot of this, by the way, isn't my magic. It's the magic of coloring a grayscale, but okay. But some of it is my magic. All right, and now the last little bit is the Payne's Gray. Don't mind me while I shout at you. Okay, there we go. I forget when I move close to the microphone there, I'm right on it. Okay. So there's that. So I'll wet this area here and then just come up and over. So it's just a hint of the gray. All right, so that now takes care of that particular building. And we have yet another building done in our project. Now, for those of you who are following along, I suspect there are more than one. How are we doing? How is everybody doing on it? And let's see. Let me back out. There we go. And go to autofocus. And this is where we are in bringing our little city to our little town. I'm thrilled. I got to tell you that this is this. I am having so much fun with this. I really am, and it's just it's just a fun little adventure. Like here's our I love the idea of that purple, and you know what I mean. It's that the like depression glass. What we think of as depression glass, really old colored glass. That's when you look out it's slightly distorted. Uh, so this town utilized a lot. Maybe there's a glass factory in town, and it makes these beautiful windows, with these stained glass, small pane windows with all the different colors of distorted glass. So this one picked green, and these all windows have been replaced because these are modern structures, those modern people. But when we get into the old architecture, and we can then use our our purple glass again. Here, of course, it's got to be clear because we want you to see that there's this beautiful woman with her floral wallpaper and her blue dress. Maybe this is not her date. Maybe he's going to her. No, because that doesn't go to her house. So how do you get into her house? Maybe there's an entrance back here in the alley, and that's how you get in. So, your book, your story, and you get to choose. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget, I do draw coloring books as well. Please buy some. There's a bunch. There's another one. And there's a third one, and then I'll stop. Okay. And then, of course, there's an Etsy shop, and there's a new drawing. And until we meet again next week, color something means Peeping Tom. That's a good one. And you guys, thanks for keeping me company. And I'll let you know on that other thing that I'm sure that, like I say, I'm sure that that she's probably fine, and there's just nothing for me to worry about. But that has not stopped me. And yeah, okay. So color something pretty, everybody, and we'll meet back here again for the next installment in a midweek video. I promise. Bye, everybody. Thank you all for coming, by the way. Oh, I promise I won't worry myself sick. I promise. I just wanted to say thank you to. I was. This is the way my brain works. I was thinking I should say bye to everybody individually, like other hosts do. And then I said, well, why? Because you all know that I know who you are, and I'm all very glad that you came. And beside which, I'm probably going to see you in the next stream later on today or first thing tomorrow, whichever. So, but bye, everybody.